everybody. Roger and James here from the DisKingdom Podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the recent rumor of Kingdom Hearts 3 possibly coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now, we need to take this straight into the rumor category. We need that big bag of salt. We need to be looking at because this could not happen. It might not happen. It's just there is a post that's gone up and it's gone around the internet full of information about what's going to be in the next Nintendo Direct, which includes Kingdom Hearts 3 getting a port. Nothing yet has been officially announced. However, this leak person has been right in the past on multiple occasions, and even some of these leaked items are starting to be announced as since this one came out. So we need to take it with a little bit of that this could possibly happen. However, what do you think of the Nintendo Switch getting Kingdom Hearts 3?
Honestly, I hope it does. I'm very much hope it does. I think it would be a very good platform to have Kingdom Hearts 3 on, to be able to play it on the go. Having said that, you know, the Switch doesn't have nearly the power that the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One has, to say nothing of Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro. So I expect that if they do release it on Switch, we'll have the graphics won't be as intense. Maybe they'll downscale it to like 720p, maybe natively, both handheld and docked, or maybe even farther on handheld mode. But I think that they'd want to keep that frame rate solid, so we would see graphic loss. But, you know, even so, it's still a pretty good looking game, and having that portability, being able to play it while your kids are watching their television shows, or so you don't bother your wife, whatever, I think that might be worth it. So I do hope they get it.
If you've sat there playing it and it doesn't bother your wife, I know that it would do, because I'd be like...
How about more likely...
Sometimes it's like, would you stop whatever you're playing, because all I can hear are the buttons bashing, and I'm sorry.
So in that case, you pick the Switch up and you go to another room or outside or something. I don't know. I live by myself, so I don't have this problem. My cats don't seem to mind, and if they do, what are they going to do about it? So, but anyway, the rumor seems pretty solid. The source has been right about a lot of things in the past, pretty much everything that they've reported in the past based on what we're reading, and you know, there's a lot of things in this supposed Nintendo Direct. So, you know, I think there's a good chance of it.
Yeah, apparently one of the first things he put down, or the person put down as this, was the announcement of a Funko line for Pokemon, Zelda, and Mario. Literally the following day, Pikachu Pop was leaked out, and then it was. I mean that's a money pit in itself. And then there was Mario Kart DLC that was announced on this leak, and that's been since announced. So we've already had a couple of things coming into it. So that's pretty cool. As far as for me goes, I'm going to want to play on my PS4 Pro. I want the best version I can get. I got a nice big powerful console, so I want to play it on that. Switch version's nice. However, I'm getting to that point now where the concept of ports, my Nintendo Switch, some things are fine for it, but I want to play the best experience I can, and that's going to go to my main console. However, I think this is great because actually Nintendo and Kingdom Hearts have a very good reputation, or a long line of exclusive handheld games. Kingdom Hearts is a massive part of the Nintendo's handheld mode. You know, we've had Chain of Memories, we've had Kingdom Hearts. There was also 2358 Days. You've had also, I think one of the original games, Chain of Memories was the other one, and Recoded. So we've had 3 different Kingdom Hearts games on previous platforms. I mean, I sunk so many hours into 365 Days on my DS. It's that kind of thing of, actually, I think this is a very smart move, and I'm surprised they've not announced it before. I'm surprised they've not done it before this, but...
Well, I would suspect, assuming that the announcement goes through, that they first had to make sure that it could run on the Switch, because obviously they don't want to announce it and then be like, oh, yeah, by the way, it required way too much dev work and we couldn't do it. I think the surprise for me, although it's maybe half a surprise, is that they're not also announcing Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, it's only half a surprise because those aren't on the Xbox as well. They're only on PlayStation 4. But I think they really do need to get Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 onto both the Switch and the Xbox.
I have a feeling that those titles are PlayStation exclusive. They're like 1 and 2, and a few of the other ones are locked in as a PlayStation exclusive because they've not appeared on the... If they would have appeared on the Xbox, they already would have done. I feel like there must have been some contract that they've done because Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 has not appeared on any other console, and it's only on PS4. Whether or not they I don't know. And I'm gonna be honest, they don't want to come back and rehash the Game Boy games and stuff like that. But I would have thought if they were going to do it, they need to do it before Kingdom Hearts 3, because that's a big lot of games to go through beforehand.
Yeah, the only alternative I can really think of is that they don't have the resources, or they don't want to dedicate the resources to doing a 1.5, 2.5 port while they're still working on 3. Like, everybody is working on 3, and then maybe once 3 is done, they can release some of those guys, to go over and do the Xbox One or Switch port.
Yeah,
but like you said, it would make a lot more sense to have these games out before 3, so that if you've been a Nintendo fanboy your entire life, you've never had anything but Nintendo consoles, Kingdom Hearts 3 is more than likely not the way to jump into this series. I mean, judging by my experiences with 2.8, I had no idea what was going on. Absolutely none. I knew it was pretty. I knew it was fun. But the story was just gone. In fairness, even having played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, the story still makes no sense. But it made a little bit more sense.
Yeah, it definitely kind of slides to that. I mean, like I've said, my history of playing the game is also completely all over the place. I've played completely in the wrong direction of, like I said, Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 3.6 by 5, then jumping into Dream Drop Distance, then into 0.2, then to Kingdom Hearts 2. So I'm all over the place. But even Dream Drop Distance was a 3DS game before they changed it to the PS4, which I really enjoyed playing through that game last year when that one came out. I just got to the end of the bosses, and I just didn't finish. I didn't finish the last boss. I remember just getting, or wherever I got to on the last world, getting so frustrated that I couldn't, and I just quit. And so, I mean, I got to the end world, so I went right the way through all the previous Disney worlds before. I just couldn't finish it myself. Managed to finish off Kingdom Hearts 1, 365. I just gave up on that, so when my DS kind of went sideways. And I'm currently playing for Kingdom Hearts 2. So there's a lot of stuff. I think the Nintendo Switch can handle it, because I think Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't think it's a powerhouse in terms of how graphically it's being used, because this one's been in development for so long. I don't view it as like a big next-gen title, because I feel like this one's been around a while.
Yeah, but that can also be a bad thing in terms of performance, because if it has been in development for so long, then it's entirely possible and probable, actually, that a lot of the techniques that have been developed in the last couple of years for the PlayStation 4, where they've really harnessed the power correctly, the developers pick up all the tips and the tricks and the how to get the most efficiency out of the system, would not be in this title. So it's entirely possible, though, that even though it doesn't look like, say, Last of Us 2 in terms of graphical fidelity, it might have a worse performance because it's not optimized properly. But that's pure speculation. Obviously, we don't know.
Yeah, I think when I look at some of the other big ports, WWE 2K18 was a notoriously dreadful port. It just barely could run on the Switch. So much that 2K19 isn't even coming to the Switch. They've just flat out just said, no, it can't. It basically can't run it. So, I mean, it depends really. Some of the stuff, I mean, like Panic Button, I haven't played them myself, but the Wolfenstein and the Doom ports, they work perfectly, so that could be different. Some of the trouble is I've been playing a lot of the port things, like Crash Bandicoot and things like that. It doesn't matter so much. So I think Kingdom Hearts 3, I think it makes more sense to have it on the Switch than it does on the Xbox because of the Nintendo handheld catalog of Kingdom Hearts games. It makes sense.
It does. I mean, that doesn't take away from it being perfectly fine on the Xbox as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Switch has that extra portability factor, which is always going to be something in the win column for Nintendo. No matter what they have to sacrifice to get there, being able to take it with you on the go, take it to the other room so you're not bothering your spouse, whatever. Take it with you to work so you can play with it on the lunch break. That's always going to be in the plus column for the Switch. So, but the Xbox and the PlayStation are always going to have in the plus column. Their version is going to look better. So, I mean, give and take.
Yeah, I mean, looking here at the details on this leak, it does say that it's going to take place on July 22nd. So that's later this week. So Nintendo have a tendency just to drop it at the last minute. Some of the other things, just to kind of give a little bit of context of what I was talking about, a new Super Mario Switch game. So that's something that's been talked about. Mario Maker for the Switch, and also some new DLC for Odyssey. Mother 3D announced. Don't know about that one.
That is super high on my list. Obviously, it won't be for you because that's a traditional JRPG.
Yeah, not for me. All Combat X, like I said, Fallout 76. We've also got Zelda coming to Minecraft. We finally got the Star Fox Racing and sort of crossover with F-Zero, which I like both of those games on the Super Nintendo, so that's fine. Mega Man 11, Pokemon Go. We've also got Final Fantasy 7 Remake. That's been going around for ages.
Yeah, speaking of games that have been in development, hell.
Yeah, one probably for you, for the new Fire Emblem Tree Houses. And also Cuphead coming to the Nintendo Switch, which...
makes sense. This is actually, again, the perfect console for Cuphead. And that is a game where the graphics shouldn't make a difference because it's all cell hand-drawn style animation. It looks like it could be handled probably on a Nintendo 64. So
yes,
the Switch should be fine.
That's a game that I'm very interested in. I've still not fired it up on the Xbox. Like I said, the Xbox lives at the bottom of the pile of my consoles, and it's the one I have to. If I want to play it, I literally have to get up, crawl around the back, find the HDMI and swap it with the Switch. And unfortunately, it just doesn't kind of get to do that very often. And if it's on the Switch, this will be day one. I think this is a great idea. It looks like a classic Disney cartoon. It's supposed to be really hard. If it comes to the Switch, I will get it day one, and I've been wanting to play it for a while. But also, I think this deal like with Microsoft and Nintendo seems to be going through quite nicely at the moment, and that it would. I know Cuphead is a Xbox exclusive, but it's been there for over a year, and they know that this will sell so well on the Switch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it makes sense on the Switch, and people have been asking for it on the Switch, and it does really seem like Microsoft and Nintendo are kind of having a kind of pseudo alliance going on against Sony, which they kind of have to because Sony does dominate the market. And even now, yes, the Switch is super popular, but the PlayStation is still outselling it. So,
actually, yeah, because I think actually the Switch is is actually selling more than PlayStation right now. It is.
I think it might depend on what region you're in.
I know I was listening to something the other day, and they were talking about how it is the games are selling better on PlayStation, but the console itself is still selling lots. I still think this is great. I think the Switch is. I do think it's a good home for Kingdom Hearts because of the Nintendo history. We're still about 6 months out from the release of the game, so still quite a way off from us being able to play it. So it's good. I'll be honest, my Switch continues to. I think the thing is for me, the Switch has become my indie and also my Nintendo machine, and that's kind of how it goes. So, like I said, Kingdom Hearts on free on the Switch. I'm still going to stay with my PS4 Pro on that one.
I've got my Xbox One pre-order for Kingdom Hearts 3. That will be the system for me. Honestly, I'm very excited for it to be on the Switch, and I am very glad that it's on the Switch, but my Switch is kind of your Xbox. Other than a couple of reviews that I've done for CoinOp TV, I haven't even turned the Switch on since I've moved. So Kingdom Hearts 3 won't be the one. However, that F-Zero Star Fox game that might get there, and the Fire Emblem game will definitely. And Earthbound, I've been waiting, I don't know, 2 decades for an Earthbound sequel. So, yeah, there are some games on the horizon for me. I'm very happy Kingdom Hearts will be hopefully joining this, but this isn't going to be the one I end up getting it on.
Okay, guys, let us know in the comments below. Are you excited about Kingdom Hearts 3 possibly coming to the Nintendo Switch? Love to know your thoughts on it. Comment below. Get in touch with us on all the different social medias where you can follow, like, and subscribe. Go check us out on the website, etc. James, where can they find you?
Find me at heroiclegacy.com.
On that note, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back soon. Later.